Congratulations! You are lost in the Amazon rainforest. Not a little lost. Not took a wrong turn at the gift shop lost. Genuinely, completely, spectacularly lost in the largest rainforest on Earth, where the trees are so dense that GPS satellites cannot see you, where it rains so much that your shoes will never be dry again for as long as you live, and where approximately 10 million species of living things are currently deciding whether you are food. You have no phone signal. You have no map. You have the clothes on your back, whatever is in your pockets, and a rapidly developing sense that this was a terrible idea. Welcome to the next 72 hours of your life. Here is what is happening to your body right now, whether you know it or not. The moment you realize you are lost, your brain triggers a full cortisol and adrenaline flood. Heart rate spikes.
Breathing accelerates. Your vision narrows to immediate threats. This is your ancient survival system doing exactly what it was built to do. And it is genuinely helpful for about the first 90 seconds. After that, if you do not consciously override it, panic starts making decisions for you. And panic in the Amazon is a fast track to a very short survival story. The first decision you need to make is the hardest one. Stop moving. Every survival expert who has ever studied how people die in wilderness situations agrees on one thing. Movement is the enemy of the lost. When you move, you get more lost. When you get more lost, rescue becomes exponentially harder. The Amazon is roughly the size of the continental United States. If you start walking in a random direction, you could theoretically walk for days without finding anything except more Amazon. So you stop, you breathe, and you start paying attention. The Amazon is not the silent, peaceful jungle that nature documentaries suggest. It is incredibly, aggressively loud. The canopy above you is a full ecosystem operating independently from the ground you are standing on. Howler monkeys, macaws, insects producing sounds at frequencies that seem physically impossible. All of this noise is actually useful information. Researcher and wilderness survival specialist Tom Brown Jr. has spent decades documenting how the sounds of the jungle change in the presence of water, settlements, and large animals. The jungle tells you things, if you know how to listen. Here is what you need right now, in order of urgency. Shelter first, water second, food third. Everything else is a bonus. Shelter is not about comfort. It is about surviving the night. The Amazon at night is a fundamentally different environment from the Amazon during the day. Temperature drops dramatically, humidity rises to near 100%. Insects that were merely annoying during the day become a medical problem at night. Mosquitoes in the Amazon carry dengue fever, malaria, yellow fever, and a rotating cast of other diseases that your body has absolutely no experience handling. You need to get off the ground. A hammock made from large leaves and vines tied between two trees takes approximately 45 minutes to construct and will keep you away from the ground-level nightmare. Anthropologist and survival researcher Robin Wall Kimmerer has documented extensively how indigenous Amazonian peoples have lived in harmony with the jungle for thousands of years using exactly this kind of elevated sleeping system. They knew something your body does not. The Amazon floor at night is a highway of things that would prefer you were not on it. Now, water. You are surrounded by water. You are soaking in humidity. And you may still die of dehydration within 3 days if you drink the wrong water. The Amazon River and its tributaries look like water. They contain water. They also contain bacteria, parasites, and organisms that will make your remaining survival experience considerably more unpleasant. Running water over rocks is safer than still water. Rainwater caught directly in a large leaf before it touches the ground is the safest option of all. And in the Amazon, rain is not something you wait for. It is something you schedule around. The average rainfall in the Amazon is approximately 9 feet per year. There will be rain.
There will be rain so committed to the concept of rain that it will feel personal. This is, for once, genuinely good news for your survival. Collect it. Drink it. Your body needs approximately 2 liters per day at minimum, and significantly more given the heat and humidity you are currently operating in. Now, food. You can survive 3 weeks without food. You cannot think clearly, make good decisions, or keep your body functioning optimally without food, but you will not die in the next 72 hours from hunger alone. What will kill you is eating the wrong thing. The Amazon contains approximately 40,000 plant species. A significant number of them are edible. A significant number of them will also make you deeply regret existing. The rule that survival experts universally agree on is this: if you do not know with certainty that something is safe to eat, do not eat it. The energy cost of processing a toxic plant far outweighs the energy gained from an edible one. And in a survival situation, your body cannot afford that math. What is reliably safe? Insects. This is the part where your face does something uncomfortable, but hear the science out. Insects are the most calorie-dense, protein-rich, universally available food source in the Amazon. Termites taste like carrots. Ants have a citrus flavor. Grubs are essentially small protein packages that require no hunting and no trapping. Indigenous Amazonian communities have incorporated insects into their diets for millennia, not because they had no other options, but because insects are genuinely excellent nutrition. Your discomfort is cultural. Your hunger is physiological. In a survival situation, physiology wins. Now, the hardest part of Amazon survival: the psychological component. Research by survival psychologist John Leach at the University of Portsmouth has documented something he calls the 10-80-10 rule. In any survival situation, roughly 10% of people respond actively, intelligently, and constructively. 80% become passive, confused, and unable to make decisions, and 10% do things that actively accelerate their own demise. The difference between the 10% who survive and the 80% who don't is not physical fitness. It is not equipment. It is the ability to maintain mental clarity and structured thinking under extreme stress. Give yourself tasks, small, achievable, sequential tasks. Build the shelter, collect the water, identify the food sources, make noise at regular intervals so searchers can hear you, construct a signal, a clearing, a fire with green leaves producing white smoke visible from the air, a pattern of rocks or branches in an open area. Stay where you are. Stay visible. Stay systematic. And here is the final, most counterintuitive piece of Amazon survival advice. The jungle is not trying to kill you. It feels like it is. The insects are relentless. The heat is suffocating. The sounds at night are deeply unsettling. The mud is genuine and committed and personal. But the Amazon is an ecosystem that has been sustaining life, extraordinary, abundant, thriving life for millions of years. You are not in enemy territory. You are in the most biodiverse environment on the surface of the earth. The people who survive unexpected time in the Amazon do not survive because they fought the jungle. They survive because they paid attention to it. The next time you look at a map of South America and see that enormous green mass covering most of the continent, remember that somewhere inside it, the jungle is going about its business. 10 million species, quietly doing what they have always done, waiting to see if you are paying attention. Your brain just added something new, something it won't forget. That's what this channel is for, one hidden truth at a time. Subscribe so you never miss the next one. And if this made you think differently, drop it in the comments. See you in the next one.